Let me just say right off that I think you guys are heroes, and I think most people will agree with me. But Debbie, can you explain to me, you're on your way to work. What happened?
I was just on my way to work, taking my normal route to work on Highway 74 coming into Kings Mountain, and just on my way to work, and I had heard the news about the shootings in Charleston last night when I left church myself, and I had a lot of it on my mind, and I had really been praying for the people, and I was praying for them actually when I seen the car, and I had watched a lot of news coverage about the shootings and stuff, and I had seen the pictures of the car, and I seen the pictures of the young man. I had seen all that, and as I was coming to work, I don't normally pay a lot of attention. I'm not the most observant person in the world, and I seen the car, and I didn't know what drew my attention to the car, and I seen that it was black, and then I also seen that it had a South Carolina license plate on it, which kind of made me look again. But then in my mind I'm thinking, no, that can't be. Not at that time. It's just kind of maybe a little jitter, nervous, thinking about everything that had been going on. So just the fact that, it was similar to what I had seen on TV, but I never dreamed that it would be the car.
But you thought it might be him, so did you pick up the phone, and what happened? How did you and Todd connect? Did you pick up the phone and call him and say, oh my gosh, Todd, what did she say to you?
Well, when she called, she said, I think of this as a guy from Charleston that shot the people. She said, I'm right beside him, and so I told her, I said, well, where are you at? And so she had pulled off by then, and I said, well, we got to call the police. I said, to notify them that, that it may be him. And of course, our conversation later, it may not be him, and she didn't want to, cause problem for somebody that it wasn't them. I said, it could be. So we, called the police immediately while she was on the phone, and she got back on 74, headed to catch up with him, because she'd already, he'd probably traveled 4 or 5 miles before she could catch up with him, and police stayed with us the whole time.
So you told her to go back go back to make sure it was him, and you made her follow, but you said don't get alongside of him, as I understand. And so Debbie, you were trailing him, trying to get a license plate, trying to get a look at him. What?
Well, he didn't make me follow him. He just said, I told him I didn't know what to do. I told him after I got off of the business exit, I told him that I was going to go back out onto 74, and that's when he called the police. I was going to go back out onto 74 and see if I could catch up with him and at least get a tag number, because there was just something inside of me that said it just didn't look right to me. I had seen the little tag on the front of his car, and everything was just, kind of, and I even noticed the haircut that he had from watching it on the news. So everything inside of me said it's possible, but everything inside of me didn't want to believe it either. So no, he didn't make me do that. I suggested he just, I said, I'm going to go do that. And then I said, but he stayed on the phone with me, and he stayed on the phone with the Kings Mountain Police while I did that.
So you finally got the license number. He's on the phone with police. He's also on the phone with you. And you finally get the license plate number and the description and all of that. And then police, I guess, realize that this is the guy because of your help. How long did it take the police to get there and resolve all of this and get him?
Oh, they were right there within seconds. I was right behind him at a stoplight, and I was very nervous. I will say that. I was nervous, but I was able to get his tag number and write down the tag number. So all within maybe 10, 15 minutes. They were Johnny on the spot, the Kings Mountain Police and the Shelby City Police, they were there.
Out of all the people, it's you two, it's Debbie, it's you two, Todd. You guys worked as a team. Out of all the people, it was you. So I think I read where you said God had a plan and put you guys in the right place at the right time. Do you believe that? What do you make of that?
Oh, I know that. Oh, that's it. That's what it was. It was him all the way. It was him from the beginning. It was him from the time I left my house this morning. It was him that made me look at that car. It was God who made this happen. It don't have nothing to do with Debbie. It don't have nothing to do with Todd. It's all about him. He made this happen. He answered the prayers of those people that were praying in Charleston last night, that were in those circles holding hands and praying. God heard the prayers of those people, and he just used us as vessels to get his work done.
Well, you're two amazing people, and thank you both. I really appreciate you joining us on CNN, and all the best to you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.